Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time here, welcome. Today we're going to be checking out this box. This box right here. No, we're going to be checking out what's in this box.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? So stay tuned and find out. So doing something a little different today. Normally I don't do unboxings, but we're going to go ahead and unbox this, show you what's in the case of the Kor Pistols FX-9 RP. Now this is a new striker fired pistol on the market, polymer framed, and it's got some pretty cool features as far as I can tell. Haven't put any rounds through it yet, so let's get into it. Now before we do that, if you want the best glasses in the shooting and sporting industry, check out Gator's glasses. I've been wearing Gators for quite some time now. They're aluminum framed. They have all the different shapes, sizes, and styles to fit everyone's needs, from sporting to hunting and shooting and motorcycle riding and everyday use. Everything that you could ever need in a pair of glasses. Additionally, if you like supporting companies that support the military, Gators is the company for you. They work directly with and support the Navy SEAL Foundation, which is very, very important to me. So that is one of the reasons why I like Gators as a company. Additionally, they're here in Arizona. So check out Gators glasses. There'll be a link to them with a discount code down below. Let's get back into the video.
What's in the fucking box?
So let's get into the box and see what Kor has to offer. I have obviously opened this. I've played with it a little bit. I've done some dry fire with it, all that. Also, it comes with 3 back straps, which you'll see, and I did replace the small back strap that comes on it with the large back strap because it just instantly fit my hand better, and I wanted to be as comfortable as possible with these first shots. So, a fairly standard hard case. Open it up, and there's a bunch of goodies in here. So, I'm going to put that to the side real quick. Cleaning kit. Manual, right? A optic plate, and it comes with 3 back straps. So these 2, this is the small and medium right now. I have the large on the gun, and it comes with 3. So here's 2 of them, and one's in the gun. 3 17-round CZ75 pattern magazines. Now, the very first impression of everything in here before we get into the gun itself is this holster. This holster is a holster. I'm never going to run it. I would have been more impressed with this whole setup without the holster than with this holster. This is like a cheap, crappy Phobos type holster with the little paddle button on it. Nobody uses these holsters, at least nobody that takes like holsters seriously. So this could have done without this. And let's be real, I've yet to see a gun company that's, when they do, on the rare occasion that they do supply a holster with the gun, that is a good holster. But it is a holster nonetheless. It's something that most gun companies don't do. So good for them on that. Here is the pistol.
About time. Hey, it is about time. I mean, I just couldn't get the ball in the hole.
So here it is. There's the pistol. It is a 4.8-inch forged barrel and slide. You can see that I have the tan or FDE version of it. It does come in various colors. It has a safety selector and ambi safety selector here. Ambi safety selector. There's that 3rd mag. Slide stop, slide release. This seems to be pretty easy to hit, right? And take down lever. The magazine catch is reversible on this pistol, and it has a pretty sleek, pretty cool looking design. I like the slide. I like the cuts, all the porting and cuts in the slide. Not porting in the sense that the barrel's ported, but all the window cuts, lightning cuts in the slide. The slide is RMSC cut. So it is optics ready, and it comes with Glock style sights and Glock sight compatible. Now it has a light rail here, some sort of an accessory rail. And one of the things that I thought looked really nice when I first got this out of the box is I like this bull nose look. of these slides, like the partially protruding barrel like that. I do like that look of a slide. So I just think that's a really cool little thing. All right, so slide seems to work very well. It doesn't seem dry, it doesn't seem gritty, anything like that. It does have a loaded chamber indicator on the back there, where you'll see the red dot there when the striker's back, and of course when the striker's forward, that dot disappears. Again, slide stop, slide release seems to work very well. Safety works, right? Again, ambi safety, it is very flat, so something about I've noticed about these controls is they sit very flat to the body of the gun. That may be a plus, maybe a minus to some people, but I think it adds to some of the sleek design. You're not like accidentally hitting safeties and things like that. So I think that this stuff being sort of flat to the gun is kind of nice. Now the trigger does have something very similar to like the Glock Dingus, the little dicky-doo sticking out there as a trigger safety, and the trigger itself is worrisome. I haven't shot through it yet, so I don't know what it's going to be like, but right now it's a very long sort of squishy pull. You get to the brake, it's got a lot of creep, and then it lets go. The reset's fairly short, but not really forced, right? So it doesn't really shoot your finger forward like some guns. And then the follow-up brake is pretty nice. So the brake to me feels right around 4 pounds. So on their website, they say crisp, clean performance target trigger at a budget-conscious price point. They don't tell me what the trigger brake actually is, but I can tell you that it feels, if I can get through that grit and sort of mush, it feels like it might be 3.5, 4, maybe just over 4 pounds. But yeah, right around that 4 pound mark. Again, maybe 3.5. So the frame itself looks pretty good. It's got some granular style texturing there. It's not super rough. Like it doesn't feel like it grabs the hand super well. A lot of checkering on the back straps and some checkering in the front strap. Now, one of the things that I ding a lot of gun companies on is the lack of texturing up through here. This is a very important place to put texturing for any gun company out there that may be watching this. It is not the style of frame or gun that apparently allows for any sort of a thumb ledge. However, the takedown lever, for me, dry firing it, my thumb rests on that takedown lever really, really nicely from the size of my hand. So with all that said, let's put some rounds through it.
Let's go!
All right, so I'm here about 12 yards or so from steel, from a 2/3 silhouette. This is Fiocchi Range Dynamics, like 115 grain, 9mm.
I'm touching myself tonight.
First shot, dead center. Dead center. That shoots nice. That shoots nice. Oh, wow. That shoots nice. Looks good on steel. That pattern looks good on steel. See if I can do a headshot. There we go. Center ahead. Center ahead. Center ahead. Head. I'm just beating up the head of that target. All right. So the trigger, my concerns about the trigger are gone. I can tell you that right away. My concerns about the trigger are gone. I don't notice any of that stuff that I felt the first time around, like when I was dry firing it. I don't feel any of the drag. I don't feel any of the mushiness. Let's see what I can pattern here on the cardboard target. All right, the last, or not the last, but the third mag. Let's go for that headshot again. Not bad. Oh my. This is a really accurate gun. Like it looks like the bulk of it is in the credit card. This is a really accurate gun. All right, you probably can't see the target because I'm shining into the sun, but we are just about 50 yards away. I'm gonna go for the cardboard real quick. All right, let's go back some more. All right, this is about 75 yards. I missed those last few, but holy cow, this thing is really accurate. All right, here's that cardboard target. These are those 5 50-yard shots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all in the A zone.
9mm bullet blows the lung out of the body.
That's not bad. I'm really happy with that. This is good shooting for me. It may not be for you, but this is good shooting for me at that distance. All right, 17 more. Missed that first one just because I was being stupid and lazy. All right, let's shoot one-handed. Nice.
That's rad.
All right, so this is the last 18 rounds of the first 150 rounds through the gun. So I have 1 in the pipe, 17 in the mag. I'm going back to the cardboard target. Recoil impulse is good. The recoil impulse is super manageable. I mean, it's not like compensated competition pistol type, but it's super manageable. Now, one thing I have noticed is that I keep pulling the trigger after it's empty. This is something that I don't normally do. There's a things like you let your gun talk to you. I'm very in tune with a lot of my guns, and you can feel the slide lock back. I can't feel, like I'm target focused, I can't feel the slide lock back. I'm not watching the back of the slide. I can't feel the slide lock back. And so I've been pulling that trigger one more time on empty. Not a big deal, just something to take note of. So here is the cardboard that I just shot, the last 18 rounds. Of course, 5 of these are from that those 50 round shots, but a brand new gun, shooting it pretty quick. I think pretty quick. The closest I got to getting out of the A zone was splitting the A and C zone line right there.
Awesome.
I am very impressed with the accuracy of this gun, and I know I sort of started out in a ho-hum manner about the trigger. All of those potential, like, I don't know how this is going to be, those kind of thoughts got expelled basically immediately. I don't notice any of those issues. I don't notice any sponginess in the trigger or anything like that. It has plenty fast enough follow-up, and you just can't beat it for accuracy, in my opinion, as far as a compact or a subcompact or compact size striker-fired polymer frame pistol. So initial thoughts on this pistol with this unboxing and the first 150 rounds through it. I think this is a fairly safe time to kind of give some initial thoughts of this pistol. What would I change? First thing I would do is get rid of that freaking holster. Again, not most companies don't offer a holster with their gun. With that said, it is a holster. It seems to be functional. It's just not one that I would ever really suggest anybody uses. But honestly, I think knock $20 off the price, because that's all that holster is worth. Knock $20 off the price and sell it without the holster. Just my opinion. The gun itself. I talked to you a little bit about some of the things, like I had some concerns about the trigger. Those are gone. Those concerns about the trigger are gone. The slide doesn't talk to me like when it goes empty and it's slide open. The gun doesn't talk to me like some of my other guns, so I have been having that last, after I'm empty, one more trigger pull that I don't normally have. Is that a big issue? I don't know. You make the decision on that. I'm not going to ding them for that. I would change the grip texture, even if it's the same texture that's on here, to bring that all the way up here into this glove bevel. This has a very nice glove bevel in both sides of it. Nice big trigger guard. Just complete the frame out with some of that grip texture here. Overall, if I had to give this like a percentage score, I'm giving it a 90%, at least from initial impressions, from initial shots. It's super accurate. It's not super heavy. It's like 29 ounces. And then the price. So what are you getting? What are you paying for when it comes with 3 common CZ pattern magazines, 17 rounds each? You are getting a holster and you're getting the gun with back straps that's optics cut. What are you paying for that? To the YouTube censors,
You suck.
I am not promoting sales. I am not selling any regulated goods. I'm not doing any of the things that you routinely try to give me strikes for and take down videos for. All I'm doing is informing the viewer everything they need to know, purely educational, just so they can make the most informed purchase if they choose to do so. These Kor pistols come in at $389. Sub $400. I think that, as an initial impression, is a steal. Now, I'm going to keep shooting this. This is not the first, or this is not the last video you're going to see of it. I'm going to, over the next handful of weeks, keep bringing it out, keep putting 100, 200, 300 rounds through it at a time, and eventually make it to 1,000 rounds on this gun and bring it back to you, let you know if anything broke, if my opinion has changed, or anything like that. Until that point, I would like to thank Kor for sending that pistol out to the channel. Yeah, I've said everything I need to say about it right now. I like it, and I think it's coming in at a great price. I appreciate you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit like, share, subscribe. I blur through like, share, subscribe. It certainly very, very much helps out the channel to like these videos, comment down below, and share them. Sharing the videos is the only way that any of this stuff is ever going to get eyes on it, because YouTube shadow bans all of my stuff. Additionally, don't forget to check out Gator's Glasses down in the description. Discount code for the best sporting and shooting glasses on the market. Also helps with veteran organizations. So check out Gator's Glasses down below in the description. I appreciate everybody out there watching, and we'll talk to you next time.